Hey, welcome to a new video. Today we are changing up the lines of code for LinkedIn. And why LinkedIn, may you ask? Well, because this week some people tried scamming me with a fake job offer through LinkedIn, and this is very current. Like, this is happening right now in blockchain, in the software development space, and it has been happening for a few years now. But I just want to raise awareness because this has happened to me literally this last week. So I wanted to share with you guys so you could be very aware of people messaging you on LinkedIn. Now, I don't want to say that everyone that messages you on LinkedIn is trying to scam you. You definitely need to be aware, and you need to look out for certain patterns that these scammers use in order to get you to do things that you wouldn't otherwise do. So I just want to explain how everything happened, how everything sort of panned out, what the process looked like when this guy messaged me. And I just want to put it out there, so if anyone is in the same position or anyone is receiving these sort of messages as well through LinkedIn, just so that they can be aware that, hey, they might be a real person, but they may be trying to scam you. Okay, so without further ado, let's actually get into it. So like I said, this happened on Wednesday. I'm recording this on a Saturday, so like 4 days ago. And this guy called Lionel, who, by the way, I'll show you later his profile, his full AI profile. His picture is even AI. I mean, you can actually like see it through here. It's too sort of perfect and shiny to be a real photo. But anyway, this guy messaged me and he was like, "Hey Alejandro, great connecting with you. Easy Block Innovations." I mean, all right, the name of the company already sounds a little bit sketchy, but whatever. We're just going to pass it for now. Is a forward-thinking blockchain development startup dedicated to making blockchain technology accessible and straightforward for businesses. We're building an innovative DeFi application and are looking for exceptional smart contract developer to help drive it forward. I mean, my alarms are already kind of going off in here because there is lots of words that are not spelled correctly. And I'm just going to give it a pass for now because I'm like, hey, anyone could make a mistake typing, whatever, it doesn't matter. Okay. And then he said, I value the opportunity to connect and explore how your expertise could contribute. Engagement details, the budget, the commitment. We're receptive to both individual and team collaboration. Let me know if you're open to a brief discussion. Now, this is the first point that I want to bring awareness to. The budget and the commitment, especially the budget. These people tend to lead with money. They tend to lead with money because they know that that is what people are looking for. And if they can offer a big fake amount but realistic within like the programming or blockchain development space, they know that you may actually bite the hook. So I said, I was already a little bit sketchy with this first message anyway, so I was really playing it very safe and really looking at what my next move would be. So I said, "Hi Lionel, thank you so much for getting in touch with me. Be happy to hop on a call." Because he said, "Hey, would you be open to a brief discussion?" I was like, "Yeah, sure. Like, let's hop on a call and let's talk about whatever you want to talk about." And I said, "Let me know if you have a Calendly or any other scheduling platform link so we can schedule a call and have a chat." And then straight away, he ignored my comment about a link to a Calendly or any other scheduling platform. And he started with sending me the job offer. And he said, "Please share your updated CV here or over email." So I was like, this is weird as hell. Like, why would you not want to have a call before, but whatever, it's fine. Like, some companies want you to check out the job offer, but it's weird that if you're offering me a brief discussion that you don't even want to hop on a call with me and you just send me the job offer straight away. So I was like, okay, cool, I'll send you my CV ASAP. I sent him my updated CV. I obviously got rid of all personal information in there because I could already smell that this was going to be a scam, but I was just sort of playing with it to see how far it would go. And this is the next thing that I wanted to talk to you guys about, because then he said, "Thanks for sharing. Here's our hiring process." These people will always put the technical assessment, they'll put it first because that's where they cut you. And I'll explain why in a minute. And then after the technical assessment comes a technical interview, a background check, a job offer. Obviously, technical interview, background check, and job offer never happens. Okay, this is never gonna happen. The only thing that they're interested in is a technical assessment, because by making you run some commands on your machine, that's how they get access to your files, etc. This is very interesting. They send me a Google Drive link because they said you can find the smart contract code as attached file due to repository access permission. I mean, okay, it's a little bit weird that you want me to do an assessment, but the assessment is in a private GitHub repo. I mean, why wouldn't just you take the files, like for me to be able to do the assessment and put them on a public GitHub repo, or just even on a nice looking PDF or whatever? You know, it's very weird, or on, even on a website. You know, it's very, very weird. And they send me a Google Drive link instead. So I was like, God damn, this is so going to be a scam. So I opened up the Google Drive link. I obviously didn't do it in my machine. I wouldn't open those sort of links anyway. But I knew it was a safe file to open because it's just a Google Drive link. But I opened up the file, and I'm not going to open it on this machine just for security reasons. I don't want to do that in here. But it was basically a zip folder containing lots of .sol files, .git folder with lots of files in it as well. And it had one little file called assessmentnotes.txt file, where supposedly all the instructions for me to be able to carry out the assessment would be. And just to give you guys a little secret here, a little behind the scenes, this assessmentnotes.txt file was empty. And here's where the scam starts to play out properly, right? Because I told him, hey, Lionel, whatever, the assessment, then he said assessment instructions are in the assessmentnotes.txt file of the zip archive. You can share your proposed budget and timeline, which is also very weird. Like, why would I have a budget to do an assessment that you want me to do? I mean, do you not have any sort of previous budget allocated to people doing this sort of assessments? Anyway, and then I said the instructions file seems to be an empty .txt file. And then here's where it happens. Okay, here's where they ask you to run commands on your terminal so that you basically change into whatever branch they want you to fall, and then they would obviously ask you to run some dependencies like npm whatever package they would want you to install. They would make you run those commands, and that's how they would get access to private keys. They get access to just basically files on your machine, passwords, sensitive data that they would have access to, and that you wouldn't be able to stop, because at the end of the day, you are just giving them access to your machine by running whatever command they ask you to run on your terminal. So then he said, please try to switch to assessment branch. My apologies for not communicating this sooner. This is complete bullshit. My apologies for not communicating this sooner. Bullshit. Okay, this guy just wanted me to change into this Belus contract, and then Brian Git checkout assessment to go into this branch, and he probably would have asked me to run some sort of dependencies. And then I said, okay, and then install some sort of dependencies. And then he was like, no need to install any dependencies. I'm not sure what you're trying to say. And then I said, nothing. I'm just not going to run any sort of command for security reasons. If you want, send me the actual instructions through here for the assignment. I was just playing up with him. Obviously, I wanted to see how far I could take it. He obviously has not replied. He's never going to reply. This guy is a complete scammer. And I just want to raise awareness. And I also want to show you why you shouldn't trust every single LinkedIn profile that messages you, because nowadays it is very easy to buy LinkedIn accounts. But before we actually go into that, I just want to show you a little bit of this guy's profile. So straight away, if we open up the image, we can clearly see that it's AI generated. Like clearly, like it's so clear to me that it's AI generated. And then there are some things that don't make sense to me. Like, for example, he's the head of partnerships. Okay, why would the head of partnerships message me with a job offer as a smart contract developer? I mean, whatever. That okay, cool. He messaged me, fine. But then here in the about section is completely empty. The activity is just the reposted post that the company where he used to work at did. And here's where the interesting part comes to play. So this is EasyBlock Innovations, the company where he supposedly works at. And if we click onto this company, I mean, it's got 43 followers. It's in Durham. I don't even know where this is. North Carolina, maybe? Yeah, maybe. They've got 43 followers and 11 to 50 employees. Okay, but then you come here and you see lots of sketchy things, like all the details. Let's have a look at all the details. I mean, firstly, if we click on the company's website, it looks sketchy as hell. Like, yeah, very sketchy. Like, really a like modern blockchain company would have this sort of a website? Don't know. It just looks like it's made with WordPress and not even put a lot of effort into building this thing. So anyway, it's very, very weird. If we go into the career pages, you can see the smart contract developer position, which is the one that they sent me. And again, it just doesn't make a lot of sense, to be honest. It just looks very sketchy. And the company size, I said, is 11 to 50 employees, but only 3 associated members on LinkedIn, which is also another red flag. And if we go into people and we see the people that work in here, they are all in France and one in Brazil. So the company is in Durham, North Carolina, so in the USA, but 2 of them live in France and 1 of them lives in Brazil. But if we click on these profiles, this guy is also AI generated. Like, you can tell the image is AI generated. And this guy is just weird, okay? Like, probably also AI generated. And yeah, it's just a massive red flag everywhere, okay? Everywhere. And all of them started, if you can see here, all of them started working at this company July 2025. This guy, let's have a look. He was also, I believe, July 2025, no, August 2025, how lucky. And this Raphael started in July 2025. So, how weird that the 3 people that are on LinkedIn that are related to this company all started around the same time in July, August 2025. It is very, very, very weird. And they don't have pictures, they don't have nothing. All the profile picture is generated with AI, and it's extremely weird. And I wanted to show you how people buy these accounts. Like, it is so easy to buy LinkedIn accounts nowadays, even though obviously I don't recommend it at all, because buying LinkedIn accounts is a direct violation of LinkedIn's user agreement. There is so many sites that offer people LinkedIn accounts for them to be able to buy and run these sort of scams. If we go into, for example, I don't know, mirror profiles, whatever, it's just so easy. You go into pricing, you tell them how many LinkedIn accounts you wanna buy, and boom, you just start the process, buy the LinkedIn account. And then what these people do is they'll spend like $500 a month on running 3 or 4 fake LinkedIn accounts, and they'll run the scam with as many people as they can. And if they get access to their sensitive info, the sensitive data, they'll ask them for however much money to get their access for their personal data back. And that is just how they work. Like, to me, it's disgusting. I mean, I think these people need to find some sort of life and like stop trying to scam people, because it leads nowhere really. But just wanted to raise awareness on this topic because it happened, and I will continue to post and make videos on potential scams that people try to run on me. I mean, I'm very, very wary of the things that I allow other people to do on my machines, and you should be too. You shouldn't let other people tell you to run any commands on your machine. Like when someone asks you to run some sort of script, some sort of command on your terminal, on your machine, whatever, all your alarms should be ringing. All your alarms should be going off. Do not run commands that other people tell you to run on your machine. Do not do that, okay? Just be as detached from external sources as possible when it comes to doing things on your machine, okay? Don't trust anyone. That is another thing. Do not trust anyone. And yeah, I mean, that is everything that I sort of wanted to share with you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a thumbs up, leave a like, leave a comment, whatever. And yeah, I'll continue to make these sort of videos. One thing I wanted to say before finishing the video, before ending the video, is that you can run Docker, okay? If you was in a situation where you had to run some sort of script, some sort of command on your terminal on your machine for whatever reason, use a Docker container. Okay, I'm not going to show you how to do this in this particular video, but I might do it in the future. They just use a Docker container, because what Docker does, it containerizes certain files, certain folders that you have in your machine, but it doesn't allow those files and folders to, basically, if you run any sort of script there in that Docker container, it doesn't allow that script to affect things that are outside, like files, folders, whatever, that are outside the Docker container. Okay, so if you have to run some sort of script for whatever reason, like, which I'm advising you not to do, but if you had to, just run it inside a Docker container, okay, because it is much safer. And that is it, guys. Like I said, if you like the video, if you enjoyed it, just leave a thumbs up, leave a comment, leave a like, leave a follow, and yeah, I will see you guys on the next one.